Hey, I was thinking to myself, I really have a prejudice against video essays. But here's the thing about them. I find them to generally be very boring and droll, and some of them have good information, some of them don't. Some of the people who make them I completely 100% agree with, and I'd probably like to sit down and talk with them, but the videos they make are trash. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The videos they make are garbage. Like I said, they're like PBS documentaries on Valium with lower budget editing and just kind of repeating things you've already kind of heard before and just obviously reading off of one or two Wikipedia articles or books. But there was this one dude who, for a little while, I thought was an exception, and a lot of people think he's an exception. But when I really sat down and thought about it, he isn't. EmpLemon, that old YouTube poop guy who became a video essay guy, another melodramatic. They're all melodramatic as these video essays too. That's the other thing about them. EmpLemon makes videos that are decently well edited, decently written, and about mildly interesting things. And on that basis, they are better than 90% of video essays ever made. The fact that his frankly not even that good videos are kicking the ass of basically everything he's competing with shows me that there is so much space in this particular subgenre that people are not filling because they're just relying on the same old stock standard tropes and just trying to do this weird I'm trying to be Ken Burns, but I can't be Ken Burns, and I don't know how to fucking shoot a documentary type thing. And some of them try to art it up, but it never works well. They try to add skits, but the way they perform is just so wooden. Almost none of these people on YouTube are actually good performers. They're not very good speakers. They're not good stage actors. Screen actors. Probably not good stage actors either. But one thing I was thinking about in particular when it comes to EmpLemon is the fact that I noticed something. Apparently, he likes to use those. He flashed a picture. He was talking about economic opportunity in his video about the Simpsons episode Homer's Enemy. And he's flashed something about they fucking try to set up an equal opportunity, but it doesn't turn out that way. And he fucking, honest to God, flashed that image of race IQ statistics. That one. Ugh. And I knew he was like this because long ago, he fucking, that video I mentioned about the Simpsons episode is not that old. You can see it. Basically what I'm trying to get at is he's a dick. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, I know for a fact he's half Chinese, which, you can be half Chinese and a fucking right-wing freak, because earlier, a couple of years ago, he made a video and he was talking about, independent YouTube creators, YouTube media, like Gavin McInnes, the guy who founded the fucking Proud Boys, that fucking monster. Yeah, he likes that guy, apparently. So, another thing I was thinking of, okay, so he's an asshole on that basis. And his fucking complaining is stupid. One of the things I remember him complaining about in particular was his video about the decline of video games. Although I tend to agree that modern video games tend to feel more generic and things are kind of going on by the same tropes. Tropes and like Repo, which is the big game right now, which is obviously a remake of Lethal Company, which is a remake of other games of its ilk. I can't really give names. But when he talks about the decline of video games, he's talking about oh my god, these fucking liberals, they'll complain about anything. Yeah, really, yeah. And he said something very distinctly, he said something Most people play video games to get away from the problems in their real life, so you complaining this much only, like, ruins that. And I think to myself, that kind of reveals a certain fact about the way that this guy's mind thinks, is that this man physically cannot comprehend the idea of life outside of an internet connection. He thinks that he thinks that he is like plugged in, and his eyeballs are legally mandated to stare at every single like Reddit page and Twitter thread or any, like, dude, if you're fucking, first of all, no, that doesn't fucking happen usually. If it does, it usually happens for a good reason. And then it dies off. But usually, like, if there's a fucking people complaining about a game, like I don't fucking like most video games today. I don't like, I don't know what fucking Ballastro is. I mean, I know it's about cards. I don't know how to play it. I don't watch it. Do people complain about it? If they do, I don't fucking pay attention, so I don't go on Reddit. I have a carefully curated YouTube recommendations feed made just for me. Like, is it really this hard for you guys? This is the exact same thing that those people said about, like, offensive comedy, which kind of they just pretty much use as a mask to just talk shit about people in public, which one of those things is significantly worse than the other, and I'll let you decide which one. But that's the thing they said about their offensive comedy, is that, if you don't like it, just don't watch it. Don't look at it, which, fair point, I guess, but, you're just, one of these is like thin-veiled fucking propaganda, and the other one is just like, fucking, I don't like a video game. People didn't like fucking Legend of Zelda when it came out. They protested. They said, we don't like Zelda. What's this fucking save function? We don't know anything about that. Okay, there were probably people who were pissed about that. They're like, I don't understand this save function. What is this Nintendo with their fucking technology? We're going mad, I tell you. Back in my day, it was just Atari 2600. None of this progressive nonsense, this save feature. What is this, some kind of what is this, some kind of, like, special needs feature for people with short memory spans or something? Never mind. See y'all later.